Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 1990 Chevrolet Camaro IROC-Z. Now this has 1,128 horsepower, 997 pounds-feet of torque from an 8.5 litre twin turbocharged V10 engine. The car itself now weighs 3,082 pounds, also now has all-wheel drive, and it can do 0 to 60 in 1.697 seconds and 0 to 103.665 seconds. So yeah, older cars tend to be quite quick on this series because they're not limited by complicated gearboxes or complicated drivetrains or anything like that. It's just, yeah, typical 6-speed manual, all-wheel drive, and away we go. So yeah, I'm expecting this to be reasonably quick, but yeah, it's got far from the most power that we've ever had on a vehicle on this series. So yeah, don't expect it to challenge the top of the leaderboard, but yeah, it still will be nice to see how far it can go up that leaderboard. So yeah, let's get out there and see what it can do. So yeah, hugely quick in terms of acceleration, no doubt about that. It's about whether or not it's going to have the torque and the power to deal with gaining speed once we're up to, 220, 230 or more. So there's 250 as we come out of the tunnel. There's a fair bit of traffic here. It well, there's 257, 258, 259, 260. And then we hit the corner, which yeah is not favourable to high speeds. It's a bit of a shame. I do wish this motorway was a little bit more length than corners, but that's just the way it goes. Yeah, 260 is still pretty good. I think that's actually quicker than the Formula Drift version of the Dodge Viper that this shares the engine with. Good, considering, I think that had even more power than this. Then again, drift versions do tend to be a little bit awkward when it comes to their top speeds. They're not always the most consistent when getting up to there, and being drift cars, obviously they're not meant for going in a straight line, whereas this can go around corners and go in straight lines as well. So yeah, let's see if we can do any better on this side of the motorway, which typically isn't the quicker side, but sometimes it has been, and it's always well worth trying just to find out. So yeah, it's a little bit slow at these kind of speeds, getting any faster. We've still got 255 there, which is still damn quick. Yeah, having less than 1,000 torques really isn't obviously all that beneficial, especially since it still weighs more than 3,000 pounds, and yeah, it's hardly the most sophisticated car underneath this body. It is dealing with its all-wheel drive mostly okay. There is obviously some understeer. It's never meant for all-wheel drive after all, but nowhere near as much as some cars that have been converted. Yeah, there we go, our final top speed there, 260 miles an hour, which is, yeah, pretty sharpish, no doubt about that. And yeah, that means it matches the likes of a Lamborghini Huracan Performante, an ATS GT, a Mercedes AMG GTR, a Ford GT40 Mark 1, and a Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. Slightly slower than a Mazda RX-7 GSL SE, a Porsche 356C Cabriolet Emery Special, the Formula Drift Nissan 240 SX from the previous episode, an Eagle Speedster, a BMW M5, and a 1992 Alfa Romeo 155 Q4, as well as the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am GTA, which this car was a competitor with. But it is quicker than the likes of an Aston Martin DB10, a Holden VL Commodore, an Apollo Intenza and Mozioni, a Ferrari GTC4 Lusso, the Formula Drift Dodge Viper SRT10, which this shares the same engine with, an Alfa Romeo Giulia TZ2, and a Nissan Fairlady Z version S twin turbo from also the same decade as this. So yeah, still pretty quick, but yeah, far from the top of the leaderboard, but given that it's not got the most amount of power and it is quite an old car, it's 31 years old now, it's yeah, done fairly well. It's just a shame it wasn't able to gain speed quite as quickly as it was able to get up to 220, 230 miles an hour. But yeah, that is quite typical of cars of this age and power. Nonetheless, you can get this car in the festival playlist by getting 50%, and it's finally nice to see that this car has been put onto this game. And yeah, hope you enjoy it as much as I do, as yeah, it's a good car to upgrade, and as you can see, it's quite quick as well. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye.